Hello everyone, this is Arish. Welcome back to the accounting session. In this video, I will provide information about accounting questions which will be asked in every interview. Let's get into the video. This is the basic question we'll ask in every interview to check the basic knowledge of the candidate. What is accounting? In a simple term, we can understand accounting is systematic process that record financial information of the organization and to find out the profitability position of business. We need a system to find whether the business made a profit or not. To identify that, accounting will be helpful. When we look at the meaning of accounting, it is a process of identifying, recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing the business transactions and communicating the accounting information to the users for making a correct decision. It is a process of identifying. The first step, the business should identify what kind of transaction it is, whether it is a cash transaction or credit transaction. Once the financial transaction has been identified, it needs to record in the books of accounts. Each and every financial transaction should record in a chronological order. Once a record has been done, next step, the transaction should classify based on the nature. Example, all the transactions related to sales are recorded in one place. Same way, all the transactions related to purchases record in purchase book. Once transaction classification has done, next summary should prepare and presented in a manner which is easy to understand by accounting users. After summary, analysis has made to know how well the business is doing, how much profit the business is earning, what is the financial position of business in a particular year. Once all it has been done, this information communicate to the users. So finally, accounting, it is a process of identifying, should identify whether it is a cash transaction or credit transaction. After that, should record the transaction in the books of accounts, then classify the transaction based on the nature, then analysis has to made and provide that information to higher authority to take managerial and financial decisions. Next question is, what are the main objectives of accounting? The first objective is to maintain systematic record of business transactions. In business, a number of transactions taken place in a particular accounting year. Every transaction which occurs will influence the financial position of organization. Accounting is done to keep a systematic record of each financial transaction date-wise. In the absence of accounting, there would be a huge burden on human memory. The second objective is to ascertain profit or loss of the business. Accounting helps to ascertaining the net profit or loss of a business. This is done by keeping a proper records of revenues and expenses. By preparing profit and loss account at the end of the year, business can ascertain profit or loss earned in a particular year. If revenues is more than expenditure, then business earn profit. If expenditure is more than revenue, business earn loss. Next objective is ascertain financial position of business. Accounting helps to ascertain financial position of business by preparing balance sheet. Balance sheet provide information about how many assets and liabilities of business is having in a particular accounting year. Next question, what are the accounting concepts? In these concepts, 2 or 3 questions will ask in every interview. I will explain in a very simple manner. First concept is business entity concept. This concept is also called as separate entity concept. According to this concept, owner is separate and business is separate. Owner and business should be treated as two different persons. If owner withdraws any amount from the business, that amount will be treated as drawings and owner should repay that amount in future date. Concept is money measurement concept. According to this concept, only monetary transactions are recorded in the books of accounts. Example, goods purchased for rupees 10,000. In this transaction, money is involved, so it has to be recorded in the books of accounts. The non-monetary transactions are not recorded in the books of accounts. Non-monetary means the transaction which is not involved cash. Example, employee capacity, efficiency will not recorded in the books of accounts. Next concept is going concern concept. According to this concept, the owner assumes that the business will run for a longer period, so only the owner will do credit transactions in the business. Next, accounting period concept. According to this concept, each and every organization should prepare their financial statements at the end of the year to know the financial position of business. Next concept, cost concept. According to this concept, each and every asset should record at purchase value, not at its market value, because market value will fluctuate each and every day. Next, dual aspect concept. According to this concept, each and every transaction has two aspects. One is receiving aspect and one more is giving aspect. Example, purchased goods for rupees 10,000. Journal entry is purchase account debtor to cash account. When business purchased goods, goods is coming into the business, so it is receiving aspect. When business purchased goods, business should pay amount, so cash is going out of the business, so it is giving aspect. So every transaction has two aspects, one is receiving aspect and one more is giving aspect. Next concept, matching concept. According to this concept, the expenses should match with revenues. If expenses are more than revenues, the business will get loss. If revenues are more than expenses, the business will get profit. Next concept is realization concept. This concept also called as revenue recognition. According to this concept, the revenue can recognized once the goods and services are delivered. Example, A is a consumer paid 1,000 in advance for a product. The seller. Example, A is a consumer paid 1,000 in advance for a product. The seller does not consider 1,000 as a revenue until the products are delivered to the consumer. Once the product has been delivered, 1,000 considered as revenue according to this realization concept. Next concept is accrual concept. According to this concept, when income is generated and expenses is incurred, on that date only they should record in the books of accounts, irrespective of when cash is received and cash is paid. Next question, what is BRS? This question will ask in every interview. BRS is a statement which is prepared for reconciling the difference between balances as per passbook and balances as per cash book. Means this statement prepared to rectify or to resolve the difference between cash book and passbook is called BRS. Reasons for difference between cash book and passbook balances. Before to know about it, we should know who will maintain cash book and who will maintain passbook. Cash book keeps a record of cash transaction. Passbook is issued by bank to the account holder to record the deposits and withdrawals. Cash book is prepared by the firm, whereas passbook is given by bank and maintained by consumer. In cash book, the receipts will be shown on the debit side while payments are entered in credit side. On other side, in the passbook, the deposits will be shown on credit side while withdrawals are shown on the debit side of passbook. Now we will see what are the reasons for difference between cash book and passbook. The first reason is checks deposited into bank but not cleared. Businessman receives checks from outside parties and deposited into bank, but bank does not clear immediately. Bank will clear after 2 or 3 days. Because of this reason, bank balance as per cash book will be more and passbook balance shows less. The next reason is check issued but not presented for payment. As soon as a check issued to the supplier or any party, it is immediately entered on the credit side of cash book. But the creditor may not present the check to the bank for payment immediately. As long as it is not presented, the balance shown in the passbook will be more than the balance shown in the cash book. Next reason is interest dividend are collected by the bank. As per standing instruction of consumers, the bank will collect interest, dividend, rent on behalf of consumer. After collection of these incomes, bank credit the passbook. Because of this reason, passbook balance shown more and the cash book balance shown less. So these are the main reasons for difference between cash book and passbook balances. To rectify these differences, we will prepare bank reconciliation statement. Next question is, what is accounts receivable? The amount of money owed to a business from their customers for goods and services provided. Means the payment which the company will receive from its customers who have purchased its goods and services on credit is called accounts receivable. Next question is deferred revenue expenditure. What is deferred revenue expenditure? It means an expenditure which incurred in the present accounting year but benefits are received in future accounting periods. Expenses are incurred in the present year but benefits are going to receive in future years. Example, advertising expenses. Advertising expenses incurred in the year 2020 but its benefits are received in the year 2021-22. Like many years, benefits will receive from the advertisement. Next question is, what is depreciation? Depreciation is a continuous, gradual and permanent decrease in the value of fixed assets. Example, a machinery purchased today will not have same value after 5 years. Even if it is unused also, the value will decrease. Next, we will see what are the methods of depreciation. In depreciation, many methods are there, but the main methods are SLM method and WDV method. Under straight line method, the amount of depreciation calculated on the original price of asset and the amount remains same in every year till the asset is sold or its value become a zero. Next method is written down value method. It is also called as diminishing balance method. Under this method, the depreciation charged firstly on the original amount of asset is purchased, but the second year depreciation is charged on the amount which we get after subtraction of previous year depreciation from the original price of asset. Next question is, what are the golden rules of accounting? There are three basic rules. First one is real account. Real account rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Second one is personal account. Personal account rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Third one is nominal account. Nominal account rule is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains.